So in today's video, I want to have a look at silver, mainly actually really have a focus on silver. Silver's actually had a big update. If I bring up my silver here, big, nice big update today. Over 5% update today. What's going on there? Going to be look at the miners and metals had a really bullish day, which surprised the hell out of me. I'm going to share with you exactly what's going on right now today. Also look at the stock market and a few other things that I want to talk about. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, if you haven't done so, I am releasing my brand new breakthrough trading course. It's about 8 to 10 videos. Over 10 hours long worth of training to help you get ahead. If you're struggling in the markets right now, you need this. $7 guys, $7. And if you're not happy with it, you can ask for a refund, and I'm happy to give you a refund as well too. So go to johnsflashsale.com to grab that. Now, let's have a quick look at the markets today. What's going on? Not really a lot of volatility. And before I start, guys, please, this is not the time to be gambling. All right, this is not the time to be gambling. You are going to get crushed in these markets. I promise you. It's not the time to load up on, I'm speaking to some of my private clients today, and some guy literally loaded up on his mortgage and started buying Bitcoin. And I'm guessing that's around probably the $35,000 to $40,000 mark on Bitcoin. Right there is not the time, guys, to do this. Actually, never is the time to do this. Okay, there's going to be plenty of opportunities. Stop being in a rush. For you guys that are watching these markets right now, for you guys that are trying to get in and trying to make money really quickly. Don't, because you have a 9 times out of 10 chance of blowing yourself up and only 1 time of actually striking it lucky. Unfortunately, most people won't get that 1 time. And here's the worst thing. If you get that one time where you make a lot of money, maybe you hopped on GameStop recently, right? And you made $4 million, $5 million. What are you going to do on the next trade? You're going to take that $5 million because you think you got it right, and you're going to go on to the next trade, and you're going to put all that money on the next trade, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to blow it all up. And not only are you going to lose your millions of dollars of profits, but you're probably going to lose all your initial investment as well. So please, guys, this is right now, the market is volatile like crazy. Just looking at the stock market, look at silver and gold, and look at the mining stocks. Right now, the market is volatile, and it's not the time to gamble or rush or risk big. Keep your risk small, guys. I promise you, all right? It's me and my private clients have had an amazing start to this year because we keep our risk small and we make sure we get into really good quality trades. And that's what I want for you. Okay, so anyway, moving over now through to silver. Silver, big update today. What's going on with silver right now is if I squeeze my chart up a lot more, actually, let me bring up this chart here. If I squeeze up my chart a lot more, I'm seeing that this actually could be some sort of a higher low right now. And this breakout here is probably going to be another higher low. So it's where, again, I really thought, especially with some of the miners and metals, I really thought we'd probably see a bit of a drop to the downside, but we didn't. Not in silver anyway. What are we getting? We're getting what? If I bring up my good old Fibonacci from the low through to the high, look what happened. Came right back down, came right down to the 60%, but look where it's holding right now. It's really holding what? That 50% level right there. And then I didn't know exactly where I was going to break, but today we got the break up. So that tells me we got this major higher high up here and a higher low. So we're probably likely to start to see this thing continue. We're probably likely to start to see a very nice rise out of silver. Really. But interesting thing is gold. Look at gold. Gold's like, what? Did something happen today, did it? So again, I'm still waiting to see, is gold going to break up out of this level here, or are we going to break down? We're still stuck in, it's squeezing and boom, right? Boom, goes the market. Donkey Kong's going to wake up soon. Wherever Donkey Kong goes, just don't fight him, okay? Because you're going to lose. So we can see, again, that's GLD there, but this is gold here. Really interesting stuff, guys. GDXJ had a bit of an update. We're not out of the woodworks yet, out of the GDXJ. And the reason why I mean out of the woodworks yet is we're at a bit of a double bottom here, yes, but there's still a really good chance we're going to roll over and going to break down towards new lows. So not too worried about that there. On the GDX, up just a bit over 2%, really holding this double bottom quite nicely. But once again, I do actually expect to see the GDXJ continuing down a lot more from here, around to the $32 level when looking at the GDXJ on the short term. Now, I say that over the next maybe week or two, I expect that. But if you said, you know what, I'm buying it anyway because I see 2 years from now this is going to be above 46, That's where I believe it's going to be anyway. Then different types of approaches. Now moving on now to the big guys. What is the big guys? The big guys is like the SILJ. Look at the SILJ up over 10% today, really holding its own. Now again, we're not out of the woodwork yet with SILJ. Just sideways movement, not really much going on. So very nice, lots of buying activity happening here. So it's gonna be really interesting. Do we just continue to rally up here from strong? Do we continue to rally up here strongly, or do we just hold here and break down? And if it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens here, because we're still stuck in this sideways range, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. So where is it going to break? We'll have to wait and see for that. And moving over now through to SIL. What's going on with the SIL? SIL, we can see that once again, just really not much going on. If I'm looking on the short-term basis, we had a high, we had a low, we got a double bottom. No one's in control, sideways market volatility. So there's still a really good chance the SIL is probably likely to roll over and continue down from here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to actually see that. Yeah, again, on the short-term basis, guys, I see that. But if I look at my weekly charts, you little pumpkins don't like me saying that, do you? If I say on the short-term basis, I mean probably over the next couple of days, maybe the next week, we're probably likely to see that. But then I say the weekly chart, which means 6 months from now, we're probably likely to see a big move up. You little pumpkins don't like saying that. It's like, if it doesn't go in your direction, it's like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. What are you doing, John? You have no idea. You're always wrong. Really? Okay then. Back over to the Dow Jones and so on and so forth. If I bring up the candlestick chart here, let me bring up the good old candlestick chart. Look at this here. Dow Jones. We had a big flush down today, but look what happened yesterday. Look what happened today. Rallied up, came back down and closed low. So there's a really good chance we're going to end up doing this tomorrow, right? A breakdown out of this level, and a continuation. Moving on, the same through the S&P 500. Look what happened to the S&P 500. A drop down, then we had a little open up, and then we rallied up strongly, and then we came down, and look where we closed. So there's a really good chance, guys, we're probably likely to see something like this soon. A big breakdown out of this channel that we're in. So we're probably likely to start to see that. And also the Nasdaq, again, we're probably likely to start to see a bit of a drop here, but a short-term drop, guys. Okay, short-term drop. I don't see this being too much, but the worst case scenario is it could actually be quite a significant drop. I'm not too sure about being a significant drop. Significant means like a bear market, right? 20+%. Correction, 10, 15%. Yeah, that's what I can see happening in the overall market, or the indices anyway. And yeah, then we're probably likely to start to hold from there. So I do see a correction coming here real soon, guys. But don't be scared of it. It's probably on a long way. Now, moving over now through to some of the silver stocks. Look at AG, First Majestic. Even though SIL looks like it's about to break to a new low, or a new low for what happened last year anyway, look at First Majestic. First Majestic came out, a news report or earnings report, bam, big break up. So First Majestic's really starting to take off. I'm actually in a silver stock myself. For you guys that are watching my videos last year, you know exactly what that is. But if you didn't watch my videos last year, then I'm not going to tell you what that stock is. You guys know what it is. And Heather, my darling, you watch my videos, you know exactly what that stock is. So looking at that there right now, guys. But never in history have I seen before so much volatility in these markets. Like Netflix. Look at Netflix. Netflix is one that looks like it might be setting up, guys, to make a very nice move. I have a target on Netflix of 650. So watch very carefully of Netflix, because if we start to hold in, we start to see this rally up and back out of this level. Oh my goodness, it is on like Donkey Kong, at least to 650 anyway. So I like that there. Amazon, what's going on with Amazon? Look at Amazon. Amazon still squeezing up into like this sort of, look at this tight triangle pattern. Oh my goodness. It's going to break like crazy. It's going to break hard and break like crazy. Break hard and break like crazy. So we're probably likely to see a very nice move to the upside when looking at that. And looking at now, guys, good old Bitcoin. Let me bring this over here. Let me bring up the good over trading view, because that's the thing I use now to look at Bitcoin. I used to use investing, but sorry, investing. I think trading view has quite the good features there. So looking at what's going on right now, let me actually bring this here. All right, bring that down through there. Right, so looking at looking at Bitcoin, we're starting to get a little rally through here, but I see this thing probably holding somewhere around these levels. I do see this rally here is probably likely to be short-lived, and I do see a bit of a drop to the downside coming. So really interesting stuff, guys. We are holding here quite nicely. I know a mate who had a buy at 29. So, but I do see this thing is probably likely to hold. Let me remove that. Let me just delete that off the screen. Don't need that anymore. And let's just remove that off the screen. Don't need that anymore. And if I open up my charts a bit more, you can see that there's a major resistance up here as well. So I do see it probably likely to start to head back down towards that $24 level. So hope this helped you out today, guys. Remember, rule number one that I've said, the big thing I really want to drive home in this video, do not be risking a lot of money right now, guys. You are going to lose. You're going to, 9 times out of 10, you're going to blow yourself up. No risking big, no putting massive risk on your account because you think something's definitely going to happen. No, right now is not the time. Pick that mouse up and throw it out the window. Take your laptop, put it in the pool, flush the pool, run away, right? Right now, you're going to get killed with this volatility. Relax, slow down, and only take those trades that have really good probability behind them and also small risk on your account.